the typical, like, the build that people have been going since the beginning of time, not really, but the typical Arc Warden build of Midas Maelstrom Travels is right
Yep.
now not that strong. Um, just in general, I think it used to. I was talking to, uh, I was coaching someone else this morning, and I was talking to him about this, and it used to be that Arc part of Arc Warden's strength was the fact that like he just had this like property of like if the lane goes sorry if the game goes late then he wins, and I don't think that's really the case anymore, not because Arc Warden is any weaker, but because most heroes in the game have sort of been power crept to the point where they have meaningful ways to have impact in the late game. Honestly, like the strongest that I feel like when I'm playing Arc Warden right now is when I'm doing this like caster build where I go like Meteor Hammer into Aghanims. I like going Meteor Hammer because like he said, if you don't have Maelstrom, then you can't clear a wave without power treads. And
Hmm.
so that like my solution to that is buying Meteor Hammer instead of Midas so that you can actually clear waves with the Tempest Double. I'm not saying League is an easier game. I don't know. I haven't played enough of the game to say for sure, but it definitely feels like there's less opportunity for outplaying enemies on the map, like there is sort of split pushing, but because there aren't any TP scrolls, it's like it's harder to do many interesting things with that, I guess. I don't know. Just doesn't feel as interesting from that perspective. But I know people mostly like playing it because of like the mechanical elements
Hmm.
of like the heroes and stuff like that. I don't know, but um I don't know. The game is also so fast too. Like it feels like what the fuck is this? Okay, well, nice job. just hitting each other. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he lost so much hit points
yeah.
and creeps, and after I started like,
No, that's good.
but yeah,
Invoker is weak level one.
yeah, Invoker is so strong after laning, like in a middle game.
Yeah,
His tornado is crazy. I mean, not even middle game. Like when it's, I feel like level 8. I'm level 8 and he's level 8. He can kill me with a tornado. So I start to buy 2 bracers.
yeah, that's
It just
right.
happens so many times.
Yep.
He just kill me, and when I have 2 bracers, I like, okay, we are gonna be low. If nobody gonna help you, I'm gonna kill you and just go heal, reset.
You. I think two bracers is good. That's what I do against Invoker. Just make sure you don't get bursted by him.
Yeah, I think I got it from you, from
Yeah.
from your channel. Yeah.
Holy shit! Look at all this regen. A mango. You're getting a little bit of everything. Mango, a salve,
Oh,
a clarity, and you have a tango.
yeah,
You have every regen and
yeah.
a fairy fire. You got it all. Are you missing anything? No, that's it. Holy shit! You have all five regen items, consumable regen items in your inventory. Nice. Do you buy salves a lot, in lane, or is this like just a
What?
situational thing?
Uh, Sorry, what? What am I buying?
Do you buy like salves and clarities a lot in lane, or is it more of a situational thing?
I buy a lot of mangoes, because I try to like spam sparks,
Yeah,
but like that bigger heal, how you call it?
the the salve,
Oh,
the fairy fire.
yeah, yeah, the South Fairy Fire I
Oh,
buy every time because
okay.
it's a lot of moments when you like just fighting with him and it's
Yeah,
like low, and because of Fire Fire you're gonna win and get X.
yeah.
Yeah, I try to buy a lot of region. because I try to spam arcs, and even if I take one rune, I still feel like. By the way, I saw a lot of players when they pick up the rune on arc warden, like noon, like prop players. They always like take out the bracers, but it's a percentage. Region
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's gonna get you gonna get the same. I like why they all doing it, and even like people like very high MMR. Did you check it? Is this different?
I think
If, for
I
example, I
yeah,
go ahead.
I think it is better actually if you don't take the bracers out.
Yeah, because it's percentage heal,
Mhm.
and I don't know. And I started doing it too because I like okay, maybe they know, but I didn't check it. I like okay, I test later, and I started doing it, and I like okay,
See if I
but
can
I feel like it.
find
I
cuz
feel like it.
someone I would cuz I also
Yeah, you.
swapped it out, but someone made a post in my Discord about it. Let me see if
Yeah,
I can
you.
find it. Yeah, here we go.
You. You can if they make a mistake, you can make a video like look at this. Pro players don't get it.
Here. You can this is what the guy in my Discord said.
Hmm.
So, this is due to the flat health regen given from the water rune and whether the temporary regen is based off of you proc it. Virtually, the innate rune buff does update live with stats, so you get more regen with stats and inventory. However, at level 1 with 3 branches, which is the best case scenario, the flat health from the water rune itself does not outweigh the benefit of the regen rune going for from having more health. So it sounds
Yeah.
like it's better as long as you have more than +2 all stats. The the regen rune is better than is more important. Amplifying the regen rune is more important than amplifying the water rune. Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about this lane a bit. So you got that nice kill against Invoker. You have a level advantage, which is good. When it comes to this regen thing, I think that I think there's so if you look at like high level players playing um playing mid, like you almost never see people buying like salves and clarities and stuff. Um and I think that's because bottle right now is just an insanely efficient regen item. Um like it's actually insane how efficient bottle is.
Mhm.
I mean, from one, so each clarity gives about I think 175 mana. Let's see, 6 mana regen for 25 seconds. So 6 times 25. Let's see, 3 times 25.
75.
Yeah, it's I can't do the math. I think it's about 175 mana regen total.
Hmm.
6 times 25, 150 mana regenerated. Um, so one clarity is 150 mana regen, and one bottle charge gives you 60. So basically, one full bottle usage, like if you use the bottle 3 times, that's
180.
180. It's a little
Hmm.
more than one clarity.
Hmm.
But also, you can refill it. So you can refill it at the 2 minute mark, the 4 minute mark, and the 6 minute mark at least. That's kind of like the main points. So that is you buy one bottle, and that's basically if you use it 3 times, the extra is gonna end up being so you get one for the bottle, you get one clarity for the bottle, and then one for each water rune. So three, four. So about four clarities from one bottle, and then you also get all of that health, right? So it's just an insanely and then of course you can hold on to it and like it gives you regen throughout the mid game. Um, so I think if you're finding yourself buying a lot of regen to spam spells, I think you should probably just start thinking about going for bottle. And against Invoker,
Mhm.
you do want the double bracer, but you only need to have both bracers by the time he gets level 6. And I think you can reasonably do that with Bottle, where maybe you go Bottle first and then you get the two bracers, you know? I think that would be
Mhm.
reasonable. You don't need to get, again, you don't need the bracers because he's not going to have Meteor until like earliest level 5, but then even then he can't really combo you. He's not going to deal enough damage. So, probably against Invoker, you don't even necessarily need to have like you use your spells so much, but if you are finding yourself using your spells a lot, I think Bottle is going to be a better choice.
Yeah, yeah. But very good invoker, the can secure the rune with the forge. Or here I'm gonna just
Yes.
stay next to tower.
Yes, but
But
very good Arc Warden players can secure the rune with Magnetic Field.
yeah, yeah. But you don't want to get to that point in one
That's
versus
that's true.
versus yeah
That's true.
invoker.
I think that taking 1 point at magnetic field is actually not that bad against Invoker because you can also use it to if he like does his cold snap forward spirit combo, you can use magnetic field to negate that trade completely.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I think you're right. I mean, often when I'm playing against Invoker, I don't do that. Um, like I will prioritize Spark Wraith points to kill him at level 6. Um, Oh, don't take the rune, bro. Don't take the. No! Oh. Oh, this is tragic. Oh, that is so sad. Oh, that is really sad. Um, anyways, uh, yeah, I do prioritize Spark Wraith, but also, I think you can. I think, I think you're being a little bit lazy if you just say like, oh, Invoker has Forge Spirit, therefore he always gets the rune. Like, I mean, that's not really how it works. Like, yeah, he can go into neither rune, but also he's going to be using Forge Spirit to last it, right? And like that's what he wants to do. And so if he's using Forge Spirit to last hit and you really need a rune charge, you can kill the Forge Spirit on the wave. Like you can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and then you can say like,
Good.
oh well, what if Invoker only uses Forge Spirit to get the rune? I would argue at that point, then your bottle is still valuable because now you get to last it for free because Invoker can't last it without Forge Spirit. So
Yep.
I think it ends up working out fine.
Yeah. What do you think? I have a question. Why pro players don't pick Arc Warden? I mean, it's only I think Sumail right now playing Arc Warden, but why nobody play Arc Warden on a high level? Like not in a public games, but in
Mm-hmm.
a tournament. What do you think?
Um, it's hard to say for sure because you can't really see what pro players do outside of tournaments anymore. So I don't know what they've been playing, but I do know that the typical like the build that people have been going since the beginning of time, not really, but the typical Arc Warden build of Midas Maelstrom Travels is right
Yep.
now not that strong. Um, just in general, I think it used to. I was talking to uh I was coaching someone else this morning and I was talking to him about this. And it used to be that Arc part of Arc Warden's strength was the fact that like he just had this like property of like if the lane goes sorry, if the game goes late then he wins. And I don't think that's really the case anymore, not because Arc Warden is any weaker, but because most heroes in the game have sort of been power crept to the point where they have meaningful ways to have impact in the late game. And it used to be that, or like some way to clear waves or something. And
Mhm.
like just look at like Crystal Maiden for example. Like Crystal Maiden, strong early game hero. This is a support hero, of course, and but didn't farm really quickly. Like you can frostbite jungle creeps, but you just get one. And Crystal Nova doesn't really deal enough damage to clear a creep wave. But now you have this crystal clone that actually basically you can use this to clear an entire creep wave because it frostbites the whole wave. This is like insane. Like Crystal Maiden before Crystal Clone didn't have a way to like efficiently kill creep waves, and like now she does. And this just means that like at minute 45 she'll have like she's gonna have 4 staff glimmer Yules, you know, and it's just much harder for you to kill heroes like this. So there's that element where like I think Arc Warden compared to other heroes is just weaker. Um, but also I just feel like, and yeah, I guess these are things are sort of related. I don't I think also that this in this current I can't quite explain why, but I feel like I've played a lot of games where I do well in my lane. I do well in my lane and I get some good like I get like good farm or whatever, and then we just lose anyways because I just don't feel impactful enough for the amount of money I have. Like I just feel like my double dies. Um, you know, I go in with BKB and then people just run away. Like I can have an insane net worth advantage and then just not feel like I have much impact. So I think the hero, if you're going the right click build, is just not. It just isn't. He's not there. He's not. I think it had like overall. I think he is still a bit of like a cheese hero in that sense. Like I think that you have if you're if Arc Warden is like if it's a good Arc Warden game, like a game where enemy heroes are not very mobile, um, and stuff like that. I think in those situations, Arc Warden is still really good, and like he can feel super oppressive. Um, but that is also a reason why pros don't really like picking him because like um, flex picks are really nice and um, it just yeah it's very risky, you know, where it's like, well, let's pick Arc Warden. If you I was watching like games in like TI8 a couple weeks ago, and like OG was like dominating with Arc Warden partially because they would just pick him pretty early on and then it was just hard for him to get countered. And nowadays I feel like it has to be sort of like in the same way that like you might pick Huskar or Meepo in like specific games. Yeah, I think you kind of want to do the same thing with Arc Warden now. And so
Yeah.
there's like that. Um, but there's also just like I don't know, there aren't really very many Arc Warden players out there anymore, to be honest. Like you said, Sumail is one
Yeah.
of the big ones. So all that stuff. I do think that I wonder if some of the pro players haven't. I don't know. I find that honestly, like the strongest that I feel like when I'm playing Arc Warden right now is when I'm doing this like caster build where I go like Meteor Hammer into Aghanims, and then like I play fast. And I feel like that it's harder to counter that build because it comes online much faster. Um, and I wonder if maybe some pro players just haven't had the chance to experiment with that yet or don't really care enough. Um,
I I know
yeah.
one guy. He has 15k MMR on Europe.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Russian speaker, and he's a coach, and he like a video creator too. So I watched him. He said the best build right now go Midas Aghanim, and after that you he buy PT, so he doesn't go Boots of Travel because he
Mm.
said you cannot clear the wave, so no point. And
Yeah.
uh, and after that, he said you have a choice. He goes Bloodmail sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
or he goes Octarine.
Yeah. I mean
But
that's pretty similar to what I do. It's just that instead of I like going Meteor Hammer because like he said, if you don't have Maelstrom, then you can't clear a wave without power treads. And
mhm.
so that like my solution to that is buying Meteor Hammer instead of Midas so that you can actually clear waves with the Tempest Double with travels. But yeah.
What do you think about the game so far?
This game, you mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I think you're early. I think you're forcing early rotations a bit too much. Like you come out of your
yeah.
lane really nicely. I mean, I think you probably could have done more in this lane.
Better.
You're wasting a lot of money on regen, which we already
Hmm.
talked about. Um,
Mhm.
this is good. Let's see.
Swale.
Yeah, you know, you also get like a nice solo kill. Like I think your lane is okay. You know, you got that kill on him level 1, you kill him at level 6, like this is fine. Um, you know, I think you could do some more. We could talk about creep equilibrium, but honestly, like I think you have this nice rotation bottom. The main problem I see is that like I personally don't think that you really want to rotate on this hero unless you have boots, like brown boots, because you end up wasting a lot of time walking around. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Because when
so
you use TP, you just walk in
right, and
back to
this
mid.
hero is
Yeah.
300 base movement speed, which is very slow. So I think if you're going to go this javelin, then I really don't want to see you go bot like this unless it's just with your double. So like here I think if you had
Hmm.
just TP your double it's fine. You know, you get some good kills here, but like you waste so much time. I mean, okay, you just kill Venomancer, like with especially with that, this is really bad. Like, you know, and you're putting yourself in a very gankable position by sieging this tower in this way, and you probably feel like you need to siege this tower because it feels very inefficient to leave since you have, you know, you're super
Yeah,
slow.
yeah, this is what I felt. Yeah, and
Yeah.
my Sven and Warlock, just like you know, oh Warlock helping me, but Sven, yeah, he's hella far. He was
I
closer
do,
when I
yeah,
checked.
I do think that actually this game, you're like these are some good heroes to rotate into. Like you're super good against Slardar before he has Blink. You know, he just got Blink here, so that's not what I'm saying. But, um, you know, you're very good against Tree. Like these are all very immobile heroes that you can abuse with Flux and also Magnetic Field. Super good against Slardar. Um, but you don't have boots, you know, and so like in this game, I would maybe go boots before this javelin, and I would probably get boots even before Midas here, to be honest. Um,
This team have to... Sorry, I'll let you.
unless unless you intentionally decide to just like sit in your mid lane.
Yeah,
I think that's a big thing. Um, so it's good that you're rotating, but bad that you're doing it without boots. Just puts you, you know, it's also just makes it very easy for heroes to just run you down and kill you. But otherwise, like, yeah, I like that you're applying pressure like this. You know, it's kind of your hero's pretty good up until. Okay, let's see what happened here. This is a bit of a sketchy fight since you guys don't have any vision. Like, I think I think that they probably. I don't know where Slardar is. Yeah, he's TPing in. So I mean, like,
I
I feel
feel
like
like
you should
after this
die
fight we
here.
lost the game. Yeah, after this fight we lost the game.
Okay.
Anti-Might just got super big after this fight. What is the net force right now Anti-Mage has before this fight?
Fight's okay. AM gets a double kill. Oh, please don't walk
Ah,
up
you
to
get
him.
more.
Oh,
You'll
you're
get.
so fucked. You are so fucked.
I
Yeah.
know. I was hoping he used it already. Like oh, shit.
So why do you feel
Yeah.
the need to like play fast like this?
I don't know. I just see their levels like when I was fighting on a board. But you mean like why we go top?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it was all together there. Let's see how it started.
Okay.
Because I think this is the main point when I thought, oh, okay, the GG, he's level 15. So we have a arena. Varlock doesn't have a ulta.
So you guys take this tower. I think that's fair. Going for this tier
Yeah.
2 though. So you kill this guy, except you missed the spear, no problem. Going for the tier 2 here is very risky. You don't have vision. And also,
Yep.
it's very difficult to get behind them safely. Mars ends up doing it, but you can't really connect with him because
Yeah,
there's this
we're not
tower in
really
between.
mobile. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're not really mobile.
So like
Like
I
Var.
could see you throwing your Tempest up with this tower, but I'm definitely telling my team in this situation, like, I do not think that we should push this. Like, I don't know, like, you AM blinks on you, Slardar blinks on you, Invoker uses a spell, and you're fucking dead here. Like, there's just you don't see where they are. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way that this fight plays out without you dying.
Mm-hmm.
If the enemies
I could
now,
just
I don't
flash.
really
I could.
I don't know why the
uh,
Slardar jumps here. Like I don't. This guy should just go on you 100% of the time, and then like anyone else uses a spell and you die. Oh, okay.
yep.
So he TP'd in vision. I mean, honestly, this is not that bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not terrible. But I think the thing that made this really bad is like, why are you going back in on this anti-mage?
Yeah, when
What's
my
the
ult is
plan,
dead.
bro?
Yeah,
What's the
yeah,
plan?
yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
just 1v1 him? Come on, man.
No, I lost focus. I didn't realize also this how my team is dead. Yeah, I lost focus in that moment for sure.
I
But
think
I
so,
get tilted after that. I like,
yeah.
oh my god, what I did. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people like when they see anti-mage. So when you like when I asked you like, oh, why are you trying to play fast? I thought you were gonna say because we're against anti-mage, and I think a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
feel like when they're playing against anti-mage that they're on a timer, and
Mm-hmm.
that's fair, but that doesn't mean that you should just run at towers without vision. You know, like
By myself. Yeah.
yeah, I mean like
Especially
it
after
wasn't
I
because
come
you
back.
were yeah, but like I mean just this going for this tower top, like you know
Mm-hmm.
you're also against Treant, you know, like this tower takes a long time to kill, and
Mm-hmm.
you're just running into them saying like, let's force a fight, but you're not thinking about like, oh, like they're probably gonna win this fight though, you know?
Oh, they tried to kill me. Yeah, I did double kill, but yeah.
What was that? There was something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so you know, first of all, running at towers not necessarily always a good choice. Sometimes it's fine if you have good siege heroes, but like if you have like a sniper or something and you have maybe like you have a sniper and like you have an oracle who can save, like maybe that's fine, but there are better ways to set up good plays, like for example you can smoke first to place wards down before you or and maybe get a pick off before you go for a tower like that. Like that's a much smarter way to apply pressure. But even all of that said, like look at your heroes. Like yeah, anti-mage in the late game is annoying, but you have Mars and Sven. These heroes are both really really good against anti-mage. Like Sven just dumpsters anti-mage in the late game because anti-mage doesn't have very high armor, relatively speaking.
Right.
Um, or sorry, he does have pretty high armor, but his strength gain is shit. So even though he has like 2.8 agi gain, this guy has 2k HP. Like one Sven gets Daedalus, and this guy just gets one shot. You know, um, Antimage doesn't want to buy Assault Cuirass. He doesn't really want to buy Satanic. He wants to buy like Manta, Butterfly, like this kind of stuff. Like not stuff that gives him raw HP. And so, like, if I'm playing this game, I'm thinking, like, yeah, Antimage is going to be annoying late game, but, like, honestly, you guys are gonna, like, completely trash him because of you have just better heroes. Like, look, this, they just run into you and then you just win the fight, you know? It's, like, super fine. Like, you guys are not on the timer this game at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's Anti-Mage dying to Sven with God Strength. Roshan. Okay, so now you guys get Roshan. I'm assuming you're about to throw. Let's see what happens. Here's my prediction. I think, okay, he has 3 wards, okay. You have Aegis. I guess you don't really have any good Aegis carriers. We'll see what happens, but this is another situation. Okay, you just die. Okay, come back. But you don't have Tempest Double. Yeah.
Yep.
Rampage.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that fight doesn't look terrible. Siege.
Yeah, I
Actually,
think that my mistake was my team was kind of looking for pick off, and I was pushing the tower by myself. So we just give free ages like that. Now I'm looking over there like I should call them like be behind me. They're gonna try to kill me.
I mean,
I don't
also,
know.
like, why aren't you just hitting this tower with your Tempest Double?
Uh, yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
point. I
I
send it
see,
back. Yeah,
I see
so
you
far.
send it bottom, but like, this is more important. Like, first of all, in this situation, I think sending your Tempest Double bottom right now is like really, really bad. Even whether or
Mm-hmm.
not you use it to hit the tower, because you need to have you're forcing a fight right now. You understand that? Like, you go for this tower, you are asking them to fight you, and you've just put
Yep,
your most important spell on cooldown.
agree. Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's a huge
Yeah,
problem. And I think if you had Tempest Double up here, you should be using that to hit the tower instead. I mean, no matter what, you should not be hitting this tower with your main hero, that's for sure. Because, I mean, this is just gonna happen. You know?
yeah,
You have no defensive items. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I see now. Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
So you definitely need to make
yeah.
sure that I was talking to the last guy about this of like you want to make sure like when you do come to fights, you want to make sure that you have your Tempest Double available or that it's about to be available. And sometimes that's hard because like you do want to be using your Tempest Double off cooldown, and so there can kind of be a problem where you want to use your Tempest Double off cooldown and then a random fight happens and it's not available. That's one thing, and that's a more difficult problem to deal with. But this is a situation where you were literally forcing a fight and you used your Tempest Double to split push instead. Like
Yeah.
you had the option to use it for this fight and you chose not to.
Yes.
So that's a big problem.
Now I can see it. I very rare watch my replays. Only if it was something interesting just for one moment, but not really, not often.
Okay, let's see how this fight goes, because I think this one you have your Tempest Double up.
Yeah, I got out of position. I already see. So we lost Mars, and we cannot win the fight now.
So like
My Sven TP. Very late.
in this yeah, I think here you're at a position and I think um we can talk about your items because I think your items are like this Bloodthorn is like just not doing anything. I imagine you bought Bloodthorn for Anti-Mage, right?
Yeah.
But you can't. Do you see how you can't fight him anyways as long as you don't have BKB? Like, if you Bloodthorn this guy, he mantas it off, and now you're fucked. Right?
But I use usually second Bloodthorn on him. If I see him solo, I let him do Manta style and use my second Bloodthorn. But in a fight, yeah, right. Because right now I see Invoker as a threat, so I Bloodthorn him. But yeah.
But there's still a problem because if he mantas, you can't figure out which one is the right anti-mage to Bloodthorn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So in
I
general,
mean,
I think
there is a trick, but in a real fight, you need to be very focused to do that. Yeah. But you can
Mhm.
see the real one hit bar goes first, like appears first, and
Oh,
the
really?
illusion. Yeah, if you test it
Mhm.
in a lobby and use Manta, you will see like a hit bar goes first on a real one, and but it's
Mhm.
like millisecond, but you can see
Okay.
that. But in a real fight, yeah, you need to be hyper focused, play your A+ game
Yeah.
to like notice it. Yeah.
Anyways, the thing I wanted to talk about is that I think also like a number of times I don't think that you I don't think that you're being smart about how to use Tempest Double in these fights. So again,
Mm-hmm.
they have basically they have a lot of heroes that can get on top of you. Anti-Mage can blink on top of you, Slardar can get on top of you. Treant can kind of like, you know, do Treant things and like get close to you, and then Invoker has spells that he can cast at range. So there's a lot of threat of you showing and then just getting blown up by someone just jumping you, right?
Yeah.
So I think in these kinds of games, um, and this is not, I would look at this game and say this is not necessarily a good Arc Warden game because of those reasons. Like the best Arc Warden games are the ones where there aren't heroes that can do that. Um, but I'm not saying that you can't play. Like I think you could have definitely won this game, but this is where I think you have to be a bit smarter with how you use Tempest Double. And like in these games, I always use Tempest Double to bait those initiations first. So I always send my Tempest Double in first to try to get those heroes to jump my Tempest Double instead of my main hero. So for example, in this game, I'm thinking if I ever show my main hero, Anti-Mage is going to blink on me and I'm going to die. So, in order to play the fight, Anti-Mage has to show. Now, one way that that can happen is like Mars gets a jump and then Anti-Mage counter initiates. That could work. But you can also do that for yourself by baiting with your Tempest Double, where you run your Tempest Double in first, and then he does stuff, and that forces Anti-Mage to jump the Tempest Double, and now it's safe for you to go in. Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I think in this game, in this kind of game, I would be like that's how I would always be using my Tempest Double is to be doing that kind of stuff of like basically baiting and like being the guy to make space for me. Like here, you have your Tempest Double up first, and so here I would summon my Tempest Double first down the stairs to use the first Bloodthorn, and then try to get Slardar or Anti-Mage to jump him, and then once that happens, then I can show my main hero. But instead, you do the same thing, but you show your main hero first, and guess what happens? Slardar jumps you, and
Yep.
you fucking die.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. No, that sounds right. Yeah. I should use my copy.
Now, with that in mind, my critique of your item build is that if I think you would find that if you put your Tempest Double in first and then you get people to jump him, you're not going to have a very good game because your Tempest Double is not very threatening. Like your first of all, your Tempest Double is super easy to kill, right? Slardar jumps your
Mm-hmm.
Tempest Double, he's just dead. Like this, the Tempest Double is just dead in less than 3 seconds because you have no defensive items. So the problem here at this point is that they do not have to commit very much to kill your Tempest Double, right? And so if you should still do that, but this is your item build doesn't enable your Tempest Double to do that. I think in this game, like a Hurricane Pike would have been much nicer. On one hand, to protect your main hero more, but also to make your Tempest Double scarier, like to force them. Because if you have a Hurricane Pike, one Slardar jump isn't going to be enough to kill your Tempest Double because you can just pike away. They're gonna need to commit
Mm-hmm.
at least 2 heroes onto your Tempest Double, and the more heroes they commit onto your Tempest Double, the safer your main hero is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Butterfly on anti-mage. I think that's why I decided to go Bloodthorn because I'm not gonna kill him. But looks like I'm not gonna kill him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little bit of a Bloodthorn hater. I think this
I
item,
think it's the biggest damage what you can get.
I I mean, it's the biggest damage that you can get if you can keep the Bloodthorn debuff on them, right? And
Yeah.
that's an important qualification, because remember what I was saying earlier about how like supports now have a lot more money than they used to? Like it feels
Yeah.
like 10 years ago, when like at like 20 minutes into the game, for a support would have like half of a force staff, you know? And then nowadays, 20 minutes into a game, a support has a force staff and a Yules, you know? And I think for that reason, Bloodthorn Orchid is fine because there's you can play a timing with that item, but Bloodthorn, like, you just Bloodthorn someone and they just get like forced or Yuled or Glimmered or Solar Crested, or Solar Crest doesn't really matter, but like Force or Glimmer, like, and then it just is, and then you it's useless. You know, it's a useless item, not completely useless, but now it's not the insane damage item like you said. Whereas if you think about buying an item like Daedalus, you don't have to commit the cooldown. Like, you can just start hitting someone and then they get glimmered and you're like, okay, you know? Like, I haven't committed anything, you know? I
Yeah.
could, if someone else shows, I can just start hitting them as well. There's not, like, I'm not committing a cooldown to deal damage that can be countered by a support item. Now, in the later stages of the game, when BKBs are lower and and your teammates have the ability to like hard disable someone to make Bloodthorn actually affect someone, then fine. Or especially like when you have a Hex. Like I think Bloodthorn Hex is like one of the strongest combos on this hero. But the Hex is what is enabling the Bloodthorn, you know? Otherwise I just don't think that this item is I think that getting Bloodthorn right after Mjolnir is like probably like wrong in like 95% of games. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's really cool that you killed the Venomancer, but you can't tell me that even with like you would have killed him without Bloodthorn, you know? And I don't mean that you would have killed him without like if you had a different item. Like I literally mean if you just had Mjolnir Midas, you would have killed that guy anyways, you know? Like I don't think this is changing anything. Unfortunate. Oh, what a beautiful magnetic field. Huge. The Bloodthorn. Yeah, this is Bloodthorn things. Just run away. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
uh,
What happened here?
oh, he just.
Oh, you don't have any defensive items? Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
No one could have foreseen this
Fight.
happening. And then you tip your Svenbro? Get out of here, dude. What the fuck? I
I
hate
mean,
people like you,
he
bro.
started walking.
You just died at your tier 4s because you have a
No,
Bloodthorn, bro.
no,
Shut the
let's
fuck
play
up.
it back. Let's play it back. Let's play it back. So, when he start running at me,
The AM?
yeah, like how far the distance was. Look,
I don't
I
care,
pinged my
bro.
team.
You
He
don't have a
pinged.
defensive item. This guy shouldn't be able to solo kill you. You've made the
Yeah,
problem here. The problem, yes, maybe Sven, these heroes should have like helped you or whatever, but you made like a million bad decisions up to lead to this moment. Like this just doesn't matter, you know? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I get very, very tilted this game because I cannot do anything with him. He just like was owning us.
I think, I mean, let's to be fair, like, of course Dota is a team-based game and like, what your teammates do does matter, and there are a lot of situations like I think you're right that probably if Sven and Mars had played it correctly, they probably could have saved you slash killed AM. But I think
I
that's an
can
important
control
thing
them. Yeah,
to realize. But also,
yeah,
you should never let those thoughts distract you from getting better yourself. Like if that's what
yeah.
you're thinking about, and not like, it's really like, is it even? Should it even be possible for anti-mage to solo kill me at 38 minutes after I've been able to free farm? No. So there's a problem there that you can fix, and that should always take precedent.
Shadow Blade probably would be good because he not gonna have dust.
Yeah,
He probably
Shadowblade is
not
good.
gonna
I
like
think
take
I think Pike is good. I think even Manta would save you. If you pop Manta, um he can't really kill you because he has to like take some time to figure out which one is which. So I think all of those are good items.
yeah. No, definitely I go damage only build.
So looking back at this game with what we said, what do you think would have been a better item build after Mjolnir?
After Mjolnir, I would say Pike, BKB, Shadow Blade. Even with Slardar, I think to don't go like die solo from anti-mage,
Yeah, I
I
think
would
that's right.
say
I think Pike BKB. Probably, I don't think you need the Shadow Blade if you have Pike BKB because Mana Burn doesn't pierce
MKB
spell
probably.
immunity. Yeah, MKB or Daedalus is also really good against Anti-Mage before he gets Butterfly, I guess. But that's what I would be thinking is like, because I often find myself in a situation where I have purchased too many defensive items. Like I have like Pike, BKB, Manta, Scotty, and it's like, oh, this is also really bad because now I don't deal any damage. So after you get Pike, BKB, you would want to get some kind of damage item. But yeah, I guess Shadow Blade is sort of a damage item, but not a
Need
really good one.
need MKB.
Yeah.
This butterfly, I just yeah. So what is your next hero after? So your most signature hero is Arc Warden, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And who is the second one?
Uh, Invoker, 980 games.
You wanna play 1 versus 1?
Sure, we can.
Okay, so you have 7k MMR, right?
Yeah. What's your friend ID?
Oh, 1 sec. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Okay.
You have any questions about what we talked about for the last game? Feel good about that?
Do so do you think I should farm more? Should I focus to pressure anti-mage like earlier until you get a Manta style?
Hmm. You had Mars. I think it's a bit hard. So when you say pressure anti-mage, are you thinking about like running around and trying to find him to kill him?
Yeah, like ask Mars go smoke with me and
Yeah. So actually
try
that's
to.
not a super effective way to prevent people from farming. So like let's say, you know, you smoke up with your Mars, you run into their jungle, you find Anti-Mage, you kill him, right? And then you go back
Mhm,
to farming. Okay, Anti-Mage maybe loses like 300 gold, maybe 500 because of the time he wasted being dead. Um, and then he respawns and goes back to farming, right? So
mhm.
basically, so then what? Are you gonna smoke and try to kill him again? So like every time smoke is up, you're just gonna try to kill him. Like this is just not an effective way because you're not actually preventing him from farming, other than his death timer, which is not. It just ends up not being that impactful. So a much the if you want to prevent anti-mage from farming, you have to take the map away from him. Like you have to make it such that it's unsafe for him to actually like farm where he wants to. And the way that you do that is not by smoking to kill anti-mage, it's by smoking to place wards in their jungle and then using those wards to siege towers and therefore take map control. And so, admittedly, it's very difficult actually to make anti-mage not able to farm. But if you do that, first of all, he won't be able to farm wherever he wants to, and also the rest of his team is going to be locked inside their base, right? That's like the ideal situation where you've like taken all their outer towers, you've placed wards in their jungle to prevent them from escaping, and so now, best case scenario, anti-mage is still farming on your side of the map probably, and you guys are farming the entire map, and the rest of their team, all four of those heroes, are just clearing waves when they hit the tower, right? And so this is actually how. Now, obviously, the best way to prevent Antimage from farming is ending the game, but like, there's a lot of situations where you want to cut off his map control, but you're not strong enough to go high ground yet. And so like that's I think when I'm playing against AM and I want to pressure him, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I want to smoke to place wards. Slash, if you want to bring people so that if you run into someone you can kill them, but you smoke to place wards and then you take these outer towers and you use those wards to take favorable fights on their side of the map. Um and then you out farm them up until the point that you feel strong enough to go high ground. Like I think in that game, especially because you have Sven, Arc Warden, Mars, like these heroes farm pretty quickly. I think you can kind of just do that. Like you don't have to like be so worried about running into their jungle without vision and stuff like that. Like, and honestly, it's going to end up being like you're not going to get as much out of it if you're only doing that. I think you want to focus on actually taking the map away from him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, cut them up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we doing for this 1v1? We're not both playing Invoker, right?
Oh no no no. Uh,
I mean,
I
not
would
or no, we're
say
not both playing Arc Warden, right? Maybe one of
no
us
no.
plays Arc Warden, the other one plays a different hero.
Yeah, I would play Arc and wherever you. I mean, who's meta now? Co-op, Invoker,
I'll just play
very often.
Invoker. This is a matchup I need to practice as Invoker anyways, so
We do creep stopping?
Yeah, I think we. Well, I think we should.
Okay. Oh shit, there is no runes.
Yeah.
You got it? Look at the ball. She's gonna go back in the cage for a little bit. I gotta go get Toby done. She's probably in the cage.
I'm not sure there's gonna be a kill happening here, to be honest.
Yeah. I was surprised you went not Zord. Evelyn Walker, what I see right now, go with Zord.
Yeah, I think it's okay, but I honestly think that Wex for me seems to. I think like I probably won't be able to kill you in this lane, but also you're not going to be able to kill me because you're not going to have mana. Um,
Yeah.
so, but like I can, but then I can rotate to side lanes and you can't, you know?
So yeah.
That's like my thinking behind this build.
Mommy, help me. Help me. Help me, please. Help me, please. Don't win this is anything to do with that video. How many trees? One, two, three. How many? Yeah, one. Mom, yeah, three. Three. No, this one's not three, this is one. Ow, your toe. Mom, look. Really. You need to clean it.
Probably, I guess if I didn't know that I was playing against like someone who's watched my videos, then I probably would go exorts because a lot of people don't know to just build wraith bands. I mean, not wraith bands, but uh, bracers. I mean, almost, almost.
GG, good job.
Thank you. It was a valiant attempt, but playing Dota is hard without mana.
Oh, that's true. What another heroes we play?
Arc Warden, Invoker, Puck, Tinker, Kez are my main guys right now.
Yes,
Kez.
I tried. It's very easy to die on him.
Yeah.
He has a lot of damage, but and laning is fun to me. But I like Earthshaker, Kunkka, DP, Tiny, OD, Windranger, Pangolier.
You know, I feel like Tiny is he's such a strong laner, but he only has 2 abilities, man. Like, I just don't understand how people do it. Like, don't you get tired of just casting Avalanche and Toss like 24/7? It's like,
I mean, you
I
can
don't
be
know.
very creative with stores.
It's true.
It's kind
Tossing
of
people, yeah.
yeah, and I don't know. I mean, he nerfed a lot, but I see people still playing on bigger level.
Yeah, I remember when Crash Landing first came out, dude. That shit was so broken. It was
I know.
insane. It would actually one shot a wave. Like you would just fucking toss onto the wave and it would just die.
Yeah, yeah. Now you just need to make one hit with a three.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was broken.
Oh, with the Conda
Like a,
shit too. I forgot about that.
Mhm, mhm. Have you tried to build Kanda on Arc Warden?
Yeah, with Aghanim's, I've done it a couple times. I like, theoretically, I think it's a cool idea, like, because they're silenced and they're broken. Um, but
But you cannot. It's not breakable. You cannot like dispel it. Even if you press BKB, Kanda not dispellable. It's very broken. But I feel like
wait, it's not
you give
dispellable?
up. No, even if you
What?
press BKB, yeah,
There's no way you're right. Really? Because
yeah,
even Silver
and it's
Edge is
very.
dispellable, right? I mean, it's not dispellable, but if you press BKB, you're still broke. You're not broken anymore.
It, yeah, I think so. I go and try right now. It's very broken item, but
Okay, you're not right about that. It actually dispels it. Does Manta
it
dispel
dispels.
it? Okay, it's not dispellable. Like the break isn't dispellable, but BKB will remove it, just like Silver Edge. Like you aren't affected by the break, so it doesn't remove the debuff, but you're still affected by, or no, but you're not affected by it because you're debuff immune. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 1 second. I was sure.
But it basically works the same way as Silver Edge.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's weird. I was sure. But Manta is not dispellable
No, like the
if you
Conda,
press Manta.
the break is not dispellable, but it doesn't
Okay.
pierce BKB. So if you use Manta, but like that's the same way Silver Edge works. Like Manta won't get rid of the Silver Edge break either.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I tried, and I feel like you very becoming team team dependable when you go that way. You don't have a lot of damage.
Yeah. I think I have to head out here soon, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. I go too. Thank you so much. It was fun.
Yeah,
And
if you wanna meet up again, just let me know and we'll get it figured out.
okay, yeah, sounds good. Yes. I will be happy to.
All right, good luck in your games, and I'll talk to you later.
Good luck. Nice to meet you.